What's up guys, it's your boy PZ Reader. In today's video I'll be going over how to increase your chances of getting any sneakers from the Nike SNKRS app. Now, the method that I'll be talking about will require patience, and as long as you have this, it will be a breeze. Before we get started, let's talk about the types of releases that the SNKRS app has. Also, let me mention all drops are usually around 10 AM. Alright, so the first kind of release that they have is called the draw. When they do this kind of release, you have 30 minutes to enter it. And once the 30 minutes run out and the draw has been closed for about 10 minutes or so, you will receive a notification if you won or not. The other type of release that they have is called the Leo release. When they do a Leo release, you have a 1 to 2 minute window to enter, and then you find out if you won or not pretty fast as well. Then, finally, the last type of release that there is the first come first serve, and it's pretty self-explanatory. When it is a first come first serve release, it usually drops around 10 AM, and all you gotta do is get on the app, select the shoe, and submit the order. It will say that you are in line, and usually in a couple minutes you will get a notification / email if you get them. Let me mention that first come first serve is not really first come first serve. Once you enter, you are just waiting to randomly get selected by Nike's algorithm. It isn't based on who enters the fastest or who is the first to enter, because it isn't in order. However, entering fast and sooner does increase your chances. Those are all the types of releases that the SNKRS app has. So now, let's talk about how to increase your chances so you can take some W's. Now, Nike is tough to crack because there are really one main way you can increase your chances at the moment, and it requires a few things. So, before we get into detail, the way to increase your chances is to have multiple accounts, but to have multiple accounts, you will need multiple email addresses and multiple phone numbers. Now, yes, you can get your mom's phone, download the app, make an account with her number. You can get your girlfriend's phone, sister's phone, brother's phone, etc. until you run out of emails and phone numbers to use. But, let me give you guys a tip. You do not have to use a different email for every account you make. And you must be thinking to yourself right now, how does that work? It's super simple. All you gotta do when creating an account is add a +_1 to your existing email when signing up for their site. It probably sounds confusing, so let me elaborate on it even further. Let's say that my real address is jollyrancher@gmail.com and I already have an account with the email on SNKRS app, but I'm making a new account on my mom's phone. So when I'm creating the account, I would type in jollyrancher +_1 at gmail.com, and then everything will get forwarded to the original email, meaning you will have all your entry results, order confirmations in that one inbox. Super simple, and you can do up to 1,000 accounts if you want, which I wouldn't recommend on your main email, since then you will just be flooded with emails from Nike. But if you want to, go ahead. Just don't forget to add the +_ and number. That is part 1 of this process. The second part of this will be getting different phone numbers for each account. And yes, it's like I said, you can use your mom's number, your girlfriend's number, sisters, brothers, etc. But once you run out, what do? Well, sadly, it comes to the point where you would have to spend money for numbers. It isn't a lot. I've seen numbers as low as 15 cents, but it does become tedious to sit there and make accounts. There are also Python scripts where you would fill in your inputs and then the script would write the accounts for you. You can find that script on Google pretty easily. It is on GitHub, but I do not have any experience in coding, so I will leave that out of the picture. There are also accounts that you can buy already made for you with your name and whatever email address you want. Most of them are sold on Twitter, and they range prices from 50 cents to the highest of being $3. Also, keep in mind that when you create these accounts, link your payment method and addresses so you have it set up for the releases, so when there is a release, you don't waste any time entering all your info. Now, the best way to enter these accounts would be on LTE, and that is because Nike does track your IP address. That means that I cannot use my iPhone on my Wi-Fi and sign in and out of all my accounts, because Nike will see that on their end. I'm signing into multiple accounts on the same device, on the same network, and essentially that leads to your IP being temporarily banned. And when that happens, any entries you got in usually get wiped. Let me mention that VPNs and hotspots also do not work. If you guys want to get technical, you would have to use proxies, and that's a whole different thing. However, the multiple people jig is known to work on sneakers, so if you use a computer and have Chrome, then enter the releases with each Nike account logged in under a different person. That was the last of what I had to say, and it was definitely a lot to talk about and a lot for you guys to take in. So if you guys have any questions about it, comment down below and I'll try my best to answer them. If you want more videos like this, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below. It's been your boy PZ Reed. Love y'all, and I'm out.